Hey everyone, this is the Daily Collective reading for Tuesday, December 11th, 2018. I know that the link probably said Monday initially. I forgot to edit that. So, sorry, I fixed it. And well, let's see where this goes. This is a collective reading, so if something resonates that is awesome, let me know in the comments. You can reach out in personal message, find me on all social platforms except for Tumblr and a few others, but I'm on the main ones. So, I actually got a new deck in the mail today from my boyfriend, and it's called Sacred Path Cards. I wanted to open up the reading with that today. So, since this is literally the second time I've used them, I will be referencing the book, but I really love this deck. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for chiming in. Guys, if you are chiming in, say hello, let me know where you are in the world. Hang out to the end, I'll give you your own personal projection. And if you haven't yet, check out Zen Rose Garden. We have new and upcoming classes, and for the first 3 months, membership is free, and then it's only like $19.97. For one, that was a great year, and two, that is incredibly cheap, and it is a spiritual a la carte and personal growth that is, well, at your own pace, evergreen classes with amazing teachers. So, ever expanding, and this channel is actually ever expanding. I will be working this week on mid-month projections. That'll be fun. Make sure you check your sun, moon, rise, and the Venus, whatever planet you are guided to, look at what governs it, and then check it out. So, I was checking out this deck. This is the second time I've read with it, by the way. Again, this is the Sacred Path cards, and it's from Jamie Sams. And the illustrations are from Linda Childers. So, this is the book. I'm going to give the gist of the cards because I was looking at it earlier, and I did a card for me and a card for Matthew, and it was like pages of info. So I'm going to get acquainted with it, but I wanted to see what this deck wanted to tell the collective moving forward. We have 26, which is the War Bonnet. We have the 15, which is Talking Stick. Then we have Shawl, card 35. This is about returning home, viewpoints and opinions or options. And then we have Advanced. Hi, Mom. Happy birthday. Well, this is for the reading for the birthday. So, and Alicia, if you're there, hi. And to my brother, Chantel, well, not my brother Chantel, my brother and Chantel and baby, the whole happy family. Hi everyone. So the collective reading is starting out with the Sacred Path cards. And again, this is going to be, as a collective, your individual storyline is going to be very detailed. And again, either way, if it resonates or not, feel free to make contact and feel free to book your own personal reading. So let's look at card 26. Let's see, that's card 13, we're a little ways off. Like I said, this thing, the descriptions of the cards, it is pages, which I absolutely love, but currently not there. The application of the War Bonnet is, if the War Bonnet has appeared in your cards today, it is a time to advance. Don't waste energy on going backward or staying in the doldrums. You are now able to move to the next step on the sacred path. Like a War Bonnet chief, you have earned the right to learn the next set of life's mysteries. Take your medicine bundle and all of the strength it represents and charge forward. The advance can be on any level. Your spiritual, your physical, your mental, and emotional healings are understood through life's experiences. You can now approach your destiny with every feather you have earned, marking your past victories and see the destiny that you have chosen emerging before you. Your medicine is strong and will be allowed the advancement you need at this time. So that is one of the cards. Hey guys, if you're just chiming in, I see there are currently 5 known subscribers in here right now. So make sure you say hi, let me know where you are in the world. I'm reading from this new deck that I just got in the mail today, and it was the Sacred Path cards. So I just read the first card. That was the that was the application, and that was half a page. These things are going at like 4 a page. Well, 4 pages per card. So again, I'm gonna get acquainted, but I wanted to see what this deck wanted to tell the collective moving forward. So then we have Talking Stick, that's about viewpoints, options. We're gonna see. And again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, and if you hang to the end, I'll give you your own personal projection of the other cards that I will be reading from after this. And again, it's first come, first serve. Hi, Matthew. It seems really far away. Okay, then we have, let's see, Coco Pelli's in here. I have Coco Pelli tattooed on my back. It was my first tattoo. I actually got it when I was 19. It was on my sister's birthday. I remember it. It was a very distinct chain of events, I guess. It was my sister's birthday, first tattoo, Coco Pelli. Awesome. So, okay, we have card 15, and this is talking about, the application says, reminds us of the validity of other viewpoints, and it teaches us how to listen and apply what we hear. We are being reminded not to interrupt others who are impartial wisdom. We are taught through listening that life has millions of options and answers to any dilemma. If the talking stick has appeared in your spread, you are probably not allowing any options in your present situation, or have become too stuck on one idea to see any further than your self-created tunnel. Open up and listen to the opportunities that the talking stick are saying are coming your way. Remember, all life signals and or options are available to those who will hear. You are being given an opportunity to grow through an alternative route. Use this gift now. And then the final card from this deck, again, I can't wait to get acquainted with this deck more. This is the second time I've read from it today. I just got it in today. So you are hearing this first as I am. I already pulled one for me, I pulled one for Matthew. So the last card that this deck is opening up with is Returning Home. This is the shawl. Look at the artwork on this. It's absolutely beautiful. So this is saying that, you know, you're feeling awakened from that sense of loss and going back to, well, okay, you're gonna hear. All right. If the warp, no, wait, not warp on it. Okay. I already read that. That was the first one. It is coming, I swear. Okay. Okay, so the application of the shawl is, if the shawl has fallen across your shoulders, you are being invited to return home. If you have forgotten yourself recently, it is now time to remember your essence and potential. If you have walked a crooked trail by falsely judging others, it is now time to come home to a loving heart and see the value in all paths and chosen lessons. You may be coming home to the magic that you once believed in, or to a new sense of well-being. But in every case, you are returning to a temporarily forgotten state of being. In every life, there is a need to return to the simplicity of happiness. If you have forgotten how to find the simple truth that once supported your inner joy, it is time to return home. Wearing the shawl is becoming home in the arms of the Earth Mother and loved being. The responsibility of taking the shawl is being love to others who had forgotten the sacred path or the way home. Yeah, that is this huge awakening that we are going through. This idea that we don't have to be any one thing to anyone, and that your truth and your happiness does not have to rely on other people's points of view. You can take what they say and see how that resonates with you, but your path and their path are two very different ones and very important ones nonetheless. So I hope that that made sense. Again, guys, this is my second time using this deck tonight, so I hope that it resonated. Feel free to ask for clarification. You can ask in the comments. You can book your own personal reading. Find a way to get a hold of me. Or you could just let it fall away. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so let's see, where are we going next? The wisdom, no, I don't want to start with that. We are going directly to two decks. I'm going to read these two together. Ask Your Guides and Angel Therapy. Now this is from Sonia Chiquette, and this is from Doreen Virtue. So I want maybe one card from here. This has been such a heavy message time. Yesterday I took the conditions of trying to keep my cards around 4. I ended up reading like 5. What? I read like 10 at the end. And if you checked out Zen Rose Garden on their live feed yesterday, you saw the ending collective message for the Zen Ed group. I love those people. You've got to check out that link. I actually figured out how to put the description in, so that's all there. And that's really why it still said Monday, because I had the topper from yesterday, and for some reason it didn't change when I put in. But anyway, here we are. It's corrected. Life can move forward. Bravado, and then psychic awareness, divine soul. Don't pretend to know more than you know. It is okay that you are new in this. It's okay that you don't have all the answers. You are not going to be right 100% of the time, but if you were right 100% of the time, if you had all the answers, you would have zero reason to be here. This is a learning ground. There's one more that wants to come out of here. Is it one or two? Loss and denial. Okay, I'm gonna marry that with this. I want one or two. I'm still getting a lot more. Okay. Okay. I'm going to read these and then these. I already read the psychic awareness and the bravado. Don't pretend to know more than you know. Don't pretend that you have every answer, that everything in front of you is a sign. Your psychic awareness is breaking open, and it is so exciting because you are actualizing and realizing these gifts about yourself, and that is absolutely wonderful. But again, not everything in your path is a sign. Your world is unfolding before you, that is true, but the fact that you saw a piece of dust on the floor does not alter your path. And just be careful of having that sense of grandeur. Grandeur, am I saying that right? Communication has not been a thing. But again, this is something that you had pushed away. This is actually going with the coming home card, the shawl card that started off the reading. This is something that you did a long time ago that you had suppressed because of social conditions. Either you freaked people out and you didn't feel safe to come out of that shell, or it was something that was ridiculed. In either way, you didn't feel safe enough to express that intuitive nature and to express those sparks of intuition that could have been beneficial to people, so you tucked it away. You put it into that deep core of yourself, and now it is like that was a seed and you are the warm earth around it. It is emerging whether you like it or not. You can't deny it anymore. You can't deny these little hinges, these little sparks of intuition. Hi, Cecil. Hi. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. At the end of the reading, after the end of the collective reading, I give personal projections. So I'm going to be doing that for about 5 people. Whoever is first come, first serve. And then after that, you can always feel free to hit me up in personal message. But make sure you stick around. This is really interesting. It's about people falling into themselves and doing that whole awakening thing, coming home. That great suppression of self is over. Yes, you can live your life many ways, but you can't live a life that is other than your truth. Your truth is going to look like a lot of different things. In some people's stories, you are a hero, and some you're a villain, but it is not your perception. So keep that in mind. This is not to be taken away from you. This wave of awareness, this wave of intuition that is cracking open with you, this sense of home coming for you, is not going to be taken away. The fact that you had pushed away for so long is time. But again, let me just say that it is up. You are on the next chapter. That was the biggest thing in yesterday's reading, and it's bleeding into today's reading. The chapter is bleeding into the next one, and it is going into the next story. But it is constant movement forward, no matter what you do. So, in that you have integrity, heart chakra. You are you are profoundly clairvoyant. Again, I am not doing so well with the words, but it's here. Archangel Michael and emotional sensitivity. Your emotional sensitivity is a huge catalyst into how you are this huge clairvoyant. You get these feelings from people. You get this, you pick up on those little subtleties that other people don't. And it is whatever. It is not bad that you are sensitive. It is something to nurture to watch grow and to let it be what it wants to be, and that is, again, for it. You might have to deal with people who are going to do some superficial ridicule, but those are going to be people who fall away regardless. They are not going to stay in your life. They're not going to have an anchor in your life. So I hope that that made sense. And your heart chakra is opening. This comes from a very pure place. It is like you can't not give someone a message. You can't not tell someone the love that's in your heart, how you feel about them, that connection that's there, and then moving forward, what you see, how great their life can be, how beautiful their life can be. All of that is part of how you show that the intuition, because you see where someone is and you see where they can go. And the thing is, yes, a path can change if a person's actions change, but if they continue on this path, this is what you can expect. And so that is what you are falling into being detached from the message, knowing that it is not you. You are the messenger. So no one's going to shoot the messenger this time. Be very clear about that. So let's see. Lots of transformation. Right now we are going to be using the butterfly oracle cards for life changes, and wouldn't you know it, it's like we're finishing up a whole year. What day is it? What's the month? Oh, and can't use Mercury retrograde anymore. I think it's going direct, but hey, all these things are happening. It is this wonderful, perfect storm of cracking open, getting the fresh air in. There's one more. Get out. Get out. Nope. Okay, it's one of these. What is it? Don't fall. Oh, this is too funny. Okay. No. All right. All right. Hi, everyone. If you're just chiming in, say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. My name is Erin. I have been, first time I got a tarot deck was Christmas '98, so I've been doing readings for over 20 years. It is a lot of fun. It is a huge passion. And again, this is for the collective. So if something does resonate, that is, again, awesome. Let me know. You can put it in the comments. You can put it in personal message. All the ways of contact are in the description. Michigan. I was actually through Michigan last month. I ran from one end of the airport, did a dead sprint to the other end, literally the corner. But from what I saw in passing, it was beautiful, and flying over top was beautiful too. You are stronger than you know. Memories, self-care, and decisions. It is scary to leave the past behind. You have this romantic idea of how wonderful the yesteryears are, and that's completely negating the crap that you went through. It's like you're downplaying it to its own detriment. You have to feel those emotions thoroughly and let it be what it is. That is going to help you rationally decide where you are moving forward. Because if you romance the past, if you just dwell in the past and like, oh, but we used to be such great friends, and you know, we had all those great music connections. Like, remember listening to Pearl Jam in like 1994 with Tweedledum and Tweedledee? Yeah, you know, those were great. Yeah, but you know, it was still, you were what? However old, doing the same crap. And if you were still doing those same things right now with this different mindset, you would want to scream. You would want to scream. So moving forward, keep yourself rational about what you are stepping away from, about the person you are no longer. It is difficult, it's scary, but again, you are going to come out of this really well. You are stronger. It is going to be fresh air hitting your lungs as you make that cognitive decision to step away from what you once were, that character that you have become, because it was very real and very serving in the time. But how serving is it to you right now? Is it getting you to where you want to go? Is it opening you up? No, it's making you live in a past that no longer exists, that no longer is reality. So decisions have to be made, and it is very much of your self-care. And that is, I think, the biggest part of the self-care right now. This is what really kicks off leveling up the vibrations of yourself. And then, you know, it's like diet and how you move your body and how the thoughts that you feed your body. So speak very highly of yourself and your actions and where you're going. I can't stress it enough. I'm not saying look through everything with rose-colored glasses, because that is just equally as annoying, but try and see things for their potential. And I really hope that that made sense. Try and see things a little bit more compassionately and lovingly for yourself and for the other paths, because yes, they're different from yours, but they serve their own lessons for the people living it. Again, I really hope that that made sense. Now I'm feeling wisdom of the oracle. All right, we got there. Let's see. Anyone ready to read the 20 cards that are gonna pop out inevitably? I'm not being serious. I love it, I really do. Sometimes the messages just want to come through and they are, all right. No, I won't. All right, if it's meant to come out, it'll come out. I feel a little fogged in that one. Okay. Maybe. Okay, there's one in this set right here. No. 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 You. Imagine higher power, building blocks. Can you see a pattern here? Flexible, and why? You're figuring out why this had to happen the way that it did. If you were able to jump in this all the yesteryears ago, you wouldn't be so firm in your convictions now. You have tried all the other ways to live your life. You have tried to be whatever salesperson, whatever entrepreneur. Well, this is part of entrepreneurship. Hi, Mystical. Thank you for chiming in again. I'm glad that you're here. All right, so again, if you did start this earlier, you wouldn't have the conviction or the appreciation for where you are now and how far you've come. You can continuously ask why, and the why of the what's it and where's it goings, it's going to be a fruitless endeavor. And again, that's part of you dwelling in the past that you don't need to do. Learning to be flexible, letting the pebbles fall away for a much firmer foundation, because the pebbles can only give way so far to where you actually are on ground again. So building up from that is going to be the strong suit. But again, you have to allow that little fall to happen, and it is not comfortable at all. I think some people refer to it as the dark night of the soul. I refer to it as hell on earth and I'm on fire, everything sucks. Just broad man's term, so. This is really connecting you to a higher power, and this is again you connecting to source, connecting to spirit, and seeing how wide that the tunnel, the channel can be for you, and nurturing it, letting the imagination go to where it wants to go without constrictions anymore. You can build up yourself, you can let that mind wander and have it not be delusional. I think that it's important that for where you are going and for what insights you are getting and for the desire that you see for your life, it is not something that should be seen as delusional. It's just you've exhausted everything else. You can't be those characters anymore. You can't deny your path anymore. And that is the firm conviction and the self-actualization that you have coming into play right now. That can look like a lot of different things. Whether you decide to go into the healing arts, whether you decide to be a teacher, your conviction and path is just for yourself. No one else to try and live up to or try and navigate for you. No one can live that for you. So, stepping off that, what almost was a soapbox. Sorry about that. Sometimes I go on tangents, but I really mean it. Okay, let's look at archetypes, and then, do I want archetypes? No, I'm not really feeling that right now. Nope, none of those. All right, mermaids and dolphins again. These are going in theme waves. Have you guys noticed that in your life? What is a theme wave happening in your life? Where do you find yourself being pulled to in a repetition? Let me know. That is something I'm noticing in my relations with the cards, or relationships to the cards, right? No. Yes. And ugh, I hate it. It's that feeling of murkiness where I have a general idea, but nothing's really zinging. Fine. It's going to be one of those nights. It's more than welcome, though. I'll take it. All right. Protection, father healing, self-employment, set your sights higher, helpful person. So, okay, your loved ones and your possessions are safe, even protected by heaven. Your power increases as you heal father-related issues to heaven. You're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. So it's not saying that your dad is a piece of crap and that he didn't know what he was doing and God help him, he suppressed your path. No, this is that needing to impress others, that needing to have someone always be in action for you. That whole idea of the healing the father connection can be any male figure guardian who's in your world. I don't care if it's your uncle, your grandpa, or your brother, doesn't matter, but that is seen as the protector of you, the protector that you want to impress. What did they like? How could you be what they like for them? You don't need to be that. They really, at the end of the day, they just want to see you filled with pride for what you do. Pride for what you do is a major important part. So step away from this idea, again, that you have to be any one thing in someone's eyes, because if that is a conditional love, you're stepping away from it anyways. The bloodline and the connection is moot point. And I'm glad that you're here. Your soul did a lot of work to get here, but you have to realize what is a healthy connection and embrace that. So set your sights higher. Expect the best. You are not entitled to the best, but expect the best. Expect that you are doing the work and that the mirroring world is doing that work for you too, and that opportunities are just going to show up in perfect timing and synchronicity for you. Again, it is not because you are owed, it is because you've put in the effort. And this, again, is not going to fall away. You're speaking your truth, you're speaking your peace, you are really designating a spot for your light to shine in the world. And again, this is not going to be taken away from you. This is highly protected and you won't falter. You have to be brave in making that one step moving forward. So again, I hope that that made sense. If you want clarification on that on your own personal path, feel free to ask for so. I'm not feeling, I'm gonna do it. If I'm not feeling it and this turns out murky, I am super sorry. But I have been doing the reading cards for love at the end of it, and I really don't want to break that streak. Not saying anything other than I'm not feeling that unwavering desire for message of love tonight. But in case you need it, I'm going to be speaking to single and looking, reconciliation, and already established relationships. And then I'll do the personal card projections. So, why do I feel like this is going to mirror much of yesterday? Flirt, chemistry, keep an open mind, and you deserve love. So if you are single and looking, put yourself out there. You have no reason to hide in your room and hide underneath the covers. That's not how you're going to come across your counterpart. And I get it, you have a smartphone, you can hide under the covers and swipe left, swipe right. I don't care, that's not what I'm saying. Put yourself out in the world to make that connection. Connect with something on some level, do something that you find enjoyment in that is not in isolation, and keep it light. It doesn't have to be heavy-handed, it doesn't have to be this world-shattering thing, but there's a lot of chemistry that wants to meet for once. It is like two magnets that are slowly moving across the land. Hey, some people have met that way, and I think it's like Tinder, and if you are strictly into same-sex relationships, there's Grindr, or I don't know how it works. I haven't checked it out, from what I hear, that's how it works. But keep an open mind. Be open to them not having to be your ideal person, because what is underneath is so much better than what you have wanted in the past, and it is going to be this really beautiful light that actually makes them even more appealing. They catch your attention initially, and it's this curious attention, and you see what's underneath, and it's like, oh my God, this is gorgeous. I want this. I shall have this if they will have me. Again, co-creation. Make sure it's mirroring, or make sure that it has the opportunity to mirror. If this is talking about reconciliation, then contact will be made. But again, it's not going to be heavy-handed. Don't try and navigate what is coming in as far as reconciliation goes. It might just be a simple, hey, I've been sheepish text message. But just keep it light. Just say hi back. Let them, or well, scratch that, what I just said. Don't sit there waiting for them. Let an offer come into play. It can be just as simple as, hey, hello, either for you or from them. It can be just as simple coming across, oh, hey, how have you been? But there is that missing you factor in there. I know that you've probably been in quiet, and that is okay, but it doesn't mean that you weren't thought of and that you weren't missed and that you weren't worthwhile. It's just they had to figure out their own junk before they can even step into this connection and have it be what they wanted to be with you. And if this is talking about an existing relationship, then I think I'm seeing this in a lot of established relationships. The sex drive is very much ever present, and the courting is still very much happening. But allow new opportunities for to be introduced into this relationship. Go do something new together. Go to a party together. Go on a hike together. Do something other than the daily normal for you guys. Sometimes your favorite restaurant is just the continuous restaurant, and it's familiar. Step out of the familiar with this and give it that fresh sense of passion again. Again, attraction is not the problem. Consistency and getting bored with it, that is what it is. Add in something exciting to the mix. So I'm going to call the reading at 32:25, and I thought this was going to be a shorter reading tonight, and that didn't happen. And I'm sorry. But if you want a personal projection, feel free to ask for one now. But if it's going to be quiet, I'm going to call the reading, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. So let's see. No biggie. We'll see how tonight's going to go. Would anyone like a personal projection? Because if not, I'm going to pull the reading. All right. For you, I'm actually feeling love again. And this one didn't even wait to shuffle. Playfulness. I think that came out for you yesterday. Seriously? You get 5 cards again? You get 5 cards again. Yeah, remember how you were asking about the ex? You're going to have fun with this. Very soon, reconciliation, romantic feelings, getting to know each other. So don't try and jump back in where you left off. It's not the same. There are boundaries. There's trust that needs to be reestablished. Try and start fresh. Try not to hold each other to the old constructs of the old relationship. You guys still have a lot of love. There's still a lot of love there, still a lot of learning there, and very soon decisions will be made if reconciliation is possible, if you both have done mutual growth on that part, for this to be fun and playful and young at heart again. So I hope that that made sense. Would anyone else like a personal projection, or are we going to call the reading? We're at 34. I think I'm going to go have some food with Faye. You're welcome. I hope that made sense. If not, ask for clarification. I'm here. All right, you guys, I think we're going to call the reading. Oh. Hey, DJ. Mexicano de Texas. I think that's the first time I've been able to read your entire name before it disappeared. And I don't remember the whole name, but it's the first time I've been able to read the whole name. All right, so is this for you? I want to pair this off with a different deck. Hey, I see that someone new has just joined the group, so make sure you say hello. This is the time of personal projections. I'm going to do, after this card pull, 3 more maximum, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Judgment. You don't have to worry about a significant other watching you right now. You have a lot of love in you, a lot of love to give. You are calling in the counterpart, and this is going to be a fast-moving relationship, very natural moving. This is one where the judgment is completely taken off of you. Again, no one's watching you through a microscope. That's just past conditioning for you. Yeah, absolutely. Right after I finish, I forgot the name already. But it was DJ Mexicano de Texas. I think I did it. Okay, so again, you're calling in great love, great passion, and a fast-moving passion, free of judgment, free of scrutiny, and that's going to be a healing process for you. So again, you're not going to be under the watchful eye. It is going to be a breath of fresh air for you. But you have to work on taking off those burdens in the meantime before you cross this person. So again, I hope that that made sense. And Cecil, for you, hi and welcome to the channel. I'm using for you, no, those were just a cluster. None of them had that zing. For you, I'm using Angel Therapy. Lots of cord pulling going on in your world. No, there's one in here and it's close to that, but it was not that one. I think it's that one, and sorry it's taking a hot minute. I don't know what it is about today. There we go. Hey guys and gals. Heal away addictions. Archangel Raphael, cut your cords, which I say pull your cords, because if you cut, you leave remnants of the cord in there, which has the opportunity to reconnect. You don't need to reconnect what you want to pull away from right now. Law of attraction and twin flames. You are calling in that soul bonded partnership. Now, this doesn't have to be on a romantic front, but the person who gets you the most is looking for you too, and I feel like it is so incredibly close. They have been calling you in so much, and you feel like this huge opening, and you are doing that painful part of not severing, but pulling cords in all your previous connections, really clearing the pathway, and you are being highly supported in this. It is like addictions of codependency, addictions of the fear of abandonment, like keeping tabs on a relationship in every nook and cranny to make sure everything was kosher and everyone was still happy and thriving, and this is what you want, this is what you want. And that was a self-fulfilling prophecy. That is like, what, oh God, I can't do this. But again, that cleared the way for what you do want, and that self-reflection, those addictive behaviors, and calling in that person who was also calling you in for that best feeling of understanding. I feel like everything else was dealing with cleansing your past heavy. Yeah, well, it's not fun at all. I understand that completely. Hey, Chelsea, guys, Chelsea, she is the Canadian awesomeness. Her and her husband have this awesome farm in, I think, Alberta. But she is this really great artist, and she named it Merchandise, and that's coming. I think it's going to be solidified on its own personal page, I think in the next 2 months, but I think it's going to be ready sooner, Chels. Just saying. Guys, I posted a black and white photo she did in 40 minutes. Check it out. So much detail. It's black and white. That's on my Instagram, filtering into Facebook. Check it out. Okay, so Cecil, back to yours. You are doing the healing work, and again, you are drawing in that strong bonded connection. It is not being done for nothing. This is mirroring your self-love. Self-love is huge for you right now. Everything else sits on the back burner. I hope that that made sense. So again, welcome to the channel, and thank you for stopping by. If no one else wants a personal card projection, I'm going to call the reading, and I'm going to go have a bowl of curry with they. Keep it light. That's the best thing. Let it be what it wants to be. Chelsea, I'm just saying exactly how I feel about your artwork. I'm not chirping you up. I don't want to sound contrived in any of that. I really love your artwork. It speaks. It hits the heart. And Val. Do you pronounce it Val or Val? Because my ex, he pronounced it Val. Anytime. And again, thank you for joining the channel. I love being here for you guys. Val or Val, again, I am not sure how you pronounce the name for you, but for you, I want to pull some love cards. There's one more in here. Is it you? There's one more in here, I promise. It's just kind of foggy. I keep getting the cards around. It must be really buried. Got it. I got it. I got it. It is safe for you to love past life relationships. Let your friends help you. Stay optimistic about your love life. Worth waiting for. And this could be the one. Okay, so someone's clicking in a place right now. I don't know if you're single and looking, or a reconciliation, or if you're an established. So I'm going to speak to all parts of that. Oh, Chelsea, did you want a card pulled? Because hang out, I'll get you right after. Let me know. Hang out if you can. Because I love you. Love you. Not creepy though. I was telling everyone earlier about the Leprechaun Quartet and how your husband's part of that. Absolutely hysterical if you see them going off in the comments. All right, so Val or Vale. So you've already met the person who has the potential of having that long-standing relationship for you. Don't rush it, don't push it. Divine timing is at play. If you can, keep it light and airy. And it's not just your imagination in this. This person, there's a hinge. It's like that little, what about this person? Something curious, something sparked about this person. And you're getting signs and synchronicities on pumping the brakes, because in the past, I feel like you were really close, and not really close, but really quick to establish and have a relationship be a dominant part of life. Not in a bad way, but just like establishing and confirming that unwavering love. So this is saying, let it unfold naturally. Yes, this is not your imagination. Yes, it's past life. We're giving you the signs. Breathe. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to go away. And you are safe enough to love in the process of your unfolding. So I hope that that made sense. But again, if this is talking about reconciliation, then this is talking about, yes, this person had a lot of growing to do, and you had a lot of fears to have completely dash away at this point in time. Well, yeah, sometimes life will just kind of dive right into your plans, pump the brakes on it, and it is going to be a wonderful, if this person that you are thinking about is worth any time and effort in this co-creation relationship, then they're equally as willing to pump the brakes. But if this person is kind of acting like batty about it, you know that this person is someone else meant for them, someone more connectable. So I hope that that made sense. Again, just let it be. I want to say more on it, but I feel like it would be silly to do so. So if anyone else wants a personal card projection, say it now, because if not, I'm going to get going. But I'll see you all tomorrow for the Wednesday read. And also, check out Zen Rose Garden. There's a new class coming up, and there is amazing teachers. It is evergreen. I love it. There is this woman named Heather Ashley, and she is going to be talking about some really awesome stuff. You can find out on Facebook. I know that most of you are on Facebook. So go on Facebook, check out Metaphysical Center with, Badass Development Center with a metaphysical twist. Well, your world is coming in. Other worlds are falling away. Your reality is solidifying itself. And it's going to be everything you didn't even realize that you wanted. It's going to be so sweet. Okay, so check out, I think the next class is going to be hosted in Zen Rose Garden by Heather Ashley. That is in the description. Evergreen classes, amazing teachers, really personable teachers too. They know their stuff. They're confident in their stuff. And she is actually this, you can just talk to them like you would your best friend. It's like you know them. And again, evergreen classes, ever-growing platform. I love these people. So, guys, I think I'm going to call the reading, but I really hope you guys have a wonderful evening. So until the next time we speak, stay safe, have fun, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.